All right, so I'd like to continue my theory on why I believe the pyramids could be built on top of already existing mounds or mountains. And it all started with a dream that I had, but the more I looked into it, the more I realized it's very plausible that that could in fact be the case, and that would help explain why they were able to do what they did if there was already a mound there for them to build on. Now, if we look at some of the other pyramids around Egypt, like this is the Black Pyramid, it looks just like a core of a mountain that was already there, and they just kind of cased it with stones. And I mean, a bunch of pyramids. This is another pyramid. And these are all over Egypt. And certain places like the Black Desert have mountains and mounds that are pyramid shaped. Look at that. Even you can see like water lines running off of that. That's like it was already naturally there, and they just encased it with mud brick stones or whatever. That's another one. They have these pyramid shaped mountains, and that's like literally what they believe the pyramid symbolizes, is like the primordial mound coming from coming out of the chaos or whatever. That's where all life comes from or something. I mean, look at this mountain. I mean, it's a total perfect pyramid shape. So wouldn't it in fact be easier just to encase an already existing shaped mountain or mound, like a little one? And what's interesting is like these mountains right here, the Black Desert, these mountains, these pyramid shaped mountains, they're covered with the same stone from the foundation of the pyramids. So when you go to the pyramids, there's a foundation of all this black stone out in front of it, and this is where they get it from. So there's already a correlation there. They like mined it from this area. Now you can see here on Wiki, the shape of the Egyptian pyramid is thought to represent the primordial mound from which the Egyptians believe the earth was created. You see, so that's where the symbolism comes from. They think like that's why the pyramid's important to them. So to already encase something that is from the earth. Because if the pyramid was constructed just normally, well, then it technically wouldn't be part of the earth, but a chunk of living rock, encased in stone, that would be a part of it. So listen to Van Daniken here and how he describes going inside the pyramid.
So if today, as a tourist, you climb in here, in the beginning you really have the impression, this is not the pyramid, this is not the building, I'm climbing into a rock. Into a rock. You see this here.
And see, did you see those pictures?
Then after a few meters,
it looks like you just go straight into a mountain. But no one has picked up on the idea that maybe it is in fact a mountain that you're climbing into. And they just encased it. Now this is the Black Desert right here. And a couple of things I wanted to point out is that they were definitely here mining minerals and stone and stuff, and you can see like ancient sites like are still buried under the desert here. Look at cities, you can see that these are like the pyramid shaped mountains, these little mounds you see there. But what I like is that people are like, well, it aligns with Orion's belt and stuff like that, so it couldn't be a mountain. Well, that's not necessarily true, because there's quite a few of them around here that have that exact same shape. There'll be like 3 of them in a row that, or look just like Orion's belt. And I'll show those in a second. But I mean, a lot of these, you can see each thumbtack is by like a settlement that used to be there or something. Look at that. There's something definitely there. So they were definitely mining stuff from the mountains, taking it off of the mountain. I mean, it just seems like it would make so much more sense to do that. It would be part of the living earth, It would be able to be, done in a reasonable amount of time. Because 75% of it would already be built for you. Now look at this. That's the same correlation as Orion's belt. So, couldn't you just do the same thing anywhere, basically? I think so. All right, so this is Abu Ruwash, and this pyramid is different because it's like exposed to the air, but it is also built on top of a mountain. And when you look inside this thing, you can see like it's literally just cut out of the fucking mountain, and it looks like a bunch of blocks, but what I think it is that it was blocks being taken out of it so they could cut like this hole out. They probably recycled the blocks too on the same pyramid. Now you can see like the younger construction is the little shitty rocks, and the older construction is the giant megalithic ones. Now see the walls right here, those are like stones that had already been cut away and then restacked up. But then you can get to a point where it's just like the rock. I mean, like, look at that. Like right here, they're talking about the blocks, but I'm like, you can see the line of blocks behind her. That's where they are. And the rest of this, that's just part of the rock. And it's like flat like that from them cutting it off. That's what I think. I mean, that's what it looks like to me. So, I mean, I could really see why the pyramid would be encased, a mound encased in stone.